Okay, in last and previous classes we discussed about non-uniform flow. Non-uniform flow means what? Non-uniform. Non-uniform flow means the depth is changing with respect to length. Say this is a length, this is a length, and this is a water depth. Okay, this is the water, and here what the depth is something different, h1, and here the depth is something different, h2. Okay, here depth is changing, no? Therefore, this is called as non-uniform. Non-uniform. Okay. Now, this depth, how it is changing? We have two categories in this one. The depth, how it changes. Say, for example, this is my bed, and this depth is abruptly changing like this. Say, for this is h1, and this is your h2. This is your h2, and in a small distance L, your depth is changed very fast, right? Therefore this change we will call it as a rapidly varied flow. Rapid varied flow. Varied flow. Okay, this is a rapidly varying, therefore rapid varied flow. And we have another category, that if this is your slope, this is your slope, then here what happens? Here the depth is changing, but very slowly it is changing. See, here it is h1 and here it is h2, and this distance is very long distance. This is a very long distance. Then in this case also the depth is changing with respect to length, right? Then this flow we will call it as a gradually varied flow. This is your gradually varied flow. Okay, in the last class and previous classes we discussed about rapid varied flow. This we completed. No, we wrote a equation for H2 and we wrote equation for HL. Okay, loss, energy loss, and depth, this hydraulic jump also we calculated, and this is finished. Now we are entering into gradually varied flow. Okay, now put the heading gradually varied flow. Gradual varied flow. This we will abbreviate it as a GVF, gradual varied flow. Right. Now we have two derivations here. One is the equation for gradual varied flow. Okay, one is the differential equation for gradual varied flow, and the second one is the length of backwater curve. Length of backwater curve. Two derivations are there that we will do it in this class. Okay. Before that one, first some theory and some diagram we need to consider. Look at here, this is our diagram. Okay, this is our diagram. Sorry, this is our datum line. This is not a bed, this is a datum. Okay. Datum means through which I am going to refer the some number of slopes. Now I will be having here a bed. This is your bed. This is your bed. Okay, now. Now this is your bed, means through this the water will be moving. Okay, now let us consider and here the bed slope you can consider it as a S. Let that later we will consider. And after that water will be flowing now here, therefore water will be flowing with the distance, it will be moving like this. Let us consider like this. This is a water, this is a water line. Why it is like this bent? Because it is a varied flow, therefore it is varying. The depth is something different here and something different here, therefore it is called as a varied flow. Okay, and after that we will be having one energy line. Okay, this is the energy line. Energy line will be somewhat parallel to the water surface. Okay, this is your energy line. Means here we have a three different lines. The first one is a energy slope. Energy slope. Okay, and the second one is a water surface. Water surface. And the third one is a bed slope. bed slope. The fourth one is datum. Okay, then if I have one particular section at this level, say for example this is my section, and this section I will call it as xx, and at this section if I want to write the total energy equation, Bernoulli's equation, how I have to mark? First I have to note down this is our h, depth from the bed, and this is a z, this is a from the datum to the bottom, and this is our energy, kinetic energy, therefore it is v square by 2g. Okay, then what is your Bernoulli's equation? Bernoulli's equation for this flow will be energy is equal to z plus h plus v square by 2g. Okay, this is a energy equation. Okay. Now this is varying very slowly it is varying, therefore if I consider two sections very close to each other, then I may get a variation like this. Means this one, the length I am going to consider a very small length, dx I am going to consider, then the height, this very small height I am going to consider, dh I am going to consider. Means that this entire line I have to differentiate with respect to x. Say for example, if I take a slope, small slope here, dx and de, and here dx and dz, okay, and this one is dh and dx and dh. Therefore, I have to differentiate this one with respect to x, because these all energy, slope and water surface and kinetic energy, all these are varying with respect to length. Length means what? X. Length is x. Therefore, I have to differentiate this one. Differentiate with respect to length. Length defined as a x. Therefore, I will get dE by dx, dE by dx, and dh by, sorry, dz by is equal to dz by dx plus dh by dx plus this one I will not differentiate here, I will keep it as a dx, d by dx of v square by 2g. Right? Any doubts here? Till this one, do you have any doubts? No doubt, no. Now I am going to write the same equation once again. Once again I will write here, look at here, dE divided by dx is equal to dz by dx plus dh by dx plus d by dx into v square by 2g. Right? First here I would like to understand, I have to understand the meaning of each term, the meaning of each term. Okay, meaning of each term. The first one is dE by dx. dE by dx I can call it as a energy slope. Energy slope. Means that red color was there now. Here this is the energy slope. That is indicated by dE by dx. Okay. That for our understanding purpose I will write it as a minus SF. Why it is minus? Because the slope is decreasing. The slope is decreasing as the length increases. Therefore, I am going to minus it, and F I am going to consider this for slope. Okay. SF is what? dE by dx. Okay. Then you can call it as SE also. You can call it as SE. I will consider SE so that it will be easy. Over. The first term is over. The second term is what? dz by dx. dz by dx is what? That is your slope, bed slope, because here the depth is h and this z is varying with respect to x. Therefore, this I will call it as a bed slope. Bed slope I will denote it as a minus s naught. S naught. Okay, minus why it is? Again the depth bed is decreasing as the length increases. Okay. Then after that what we have? dh by dx. dh by dx is what? The variation of h with respect to x means what? Water surface. Therefore, this is your water surface. Water surface. And this one you can name it as a SW, but I will keep it as S dx by dx only. I will not use this one. If you want, you can use it. Then after that we have d by dx of v square by 2g. D by dx of v square by 2g. Okay, this is actually kinetic energy variation. Okay, kinetic energy variation. But here I have to differentiate this. Still it is not differentiated. That I will do. That is a d by dx into 2g as it is, and v square means what? Q is equal to a into v. Therefore v equal to q by a. Therefore this becomes q square divided by a square. Agree? Yes, you have to agree. Now the common whatever that this one terms are there, that you bring it outside. That is constants. Q square is constant and 2g is constant. And area, this area inside h is there. Now area means what? Some function of h it is. Therefore differentiate this with respect to area. That what you will get? What is a 1 by a square differentiation? 1 by a square differentiation is minus 2 divided by a cube. Minus 2 divided by a cube, and dA by dH and dH by dx. Okay, because first we need to differentiate area. That area is 1 by a square, and 1 by a square differentiation is minus 2 by a cube, and that you differentiated with respect to h. Therefore dA by dH, and h again we need to differentiate. Therefore dH by dx. Means area dH cancel, then dA by dx it will be left. Okay, mathematically this is a right form. Nothing to worry about that. Now here 2 cancel. Then what you got? You just write that. That is your q square minus it is q square divided by g a cube into dH by dA by dH into dH by dx. Okay, here I am going to make one assumption, that thinking most of the times what happens, the channel will be rectangular channel, right? Most of the time the channel will be a rectangular channel. Okay, the rectangular channel means what? Here if this will be a B, this will be a B, and this will be a T. Sorry, this will be H. Okay, if I define here, then what is your dA by dH? Area means what? The change in area. I can consider it as a area. Area means B into H, and bottom this H is what? H is H only. H cancel, then you will get a B. B means this will be, this B and the top width B will be same now. Therefore I am going to assume that dA by dH as a T, that is a top width. Then my equation becomes q square divided by g a cube T into dH by dx. Okay, this is what I got. Okay, means in place of this d by dx of v square by 2g, I can write minus q square by g a cube T dH by dx. Now I will go back to my original form. Okay, the original form here in this one, what is the dE by dx? dE by dx is SE minus SE is equal to, what is dZ by dx? dZ by dx is minus S naught, and this I will keep it, I will not write it SW, I will keep it as it is, dH by dx plus, what is this? Sorry, this is also minus, you know, everything is minus here. 1 minute. Why everything is minus? Because everything is decreasing. Minus it is, and this is also minus. This is also minus. What is that minus? Sorry, minus q square T divided by g a cube dH by dx. Okay, q square T divided by g a cube into dH by dx. Now I will make it this S naught, I will take it this side. This become S naught minus SE is equal to, then here dH by dx I will take common. dH by dx, if I take common, then what will be left inside? Minus 1 minus q square by g a cube. Okay. Okay, we'll do one thing. Yes, right, it is. We'll do one thing. What we'll do, this SW, I am considering it positive only because water surface is there. Water surface, whether it is varying or not, I am not writing SW here. Therefore, I will take plus only. I will take plus only. Then what is the left with the dH by dx? dH by dx is equal to S naught minus Se divided by 1 minus t is left here, t. Q square t divided by G a cube. This is the equation for gradually varied flow. Over. Once again look at here what I did. I considered Fr is equal to V by root GD, where D is equal to A by T, hydraulic mean depth A by T. That I wrote Fr is equal to V divided by square root of G into A by T. Then Fr square on both sides, V square divided by G into A by T. Then V square divided by this T will come top, and V means Q by A. Here it is V equal to Q by A. Therefore V square is Q square by A square, G, A, T, everything I wrote, and this become Q square T by G A cube. Means that is your Q square T by G A cube. Means my differential equation for gradual varied flow becomes dH by dx equal to S naught minus SE divided 1 minus FR square. ಇದನ್ನಾರ ಬರೀರಿ ಆರ್ ಇದನ್ನಾದ್ರೂ ಬರೀರಿ, ಎರಡರೊಳಗೆ ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕು ಅದು. 1 minus q square t divided by g a cube. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಇಷ್ಟ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. Any doubts? Now here S naught means what? This is your bed slope will be always given, and SE is a energy slope that we have to calculate, and discharge will be given, cross section area will be given. See, if your cross section, which shape it is, if it is given, no, rectangle, triangle, trapezoidal, circular, if this shape is given, then you can get the meaning of T, meaning of A, and G is known to you, Q will be always given or asked. Means these all things are known, means this is known to you. Okay, then what is your SE? SE is a energy. This is also energy, therefore nothing to worry about that. That also we can calculate specific energy, that is H plus V square by 2G. Okay, that also we can calculate. Then S naught will be bed slope. Bed slope will be given you 1 in 4000 or 1 in 1000, like that it will be given. If it is everything is given, then you can get the water surface, how water surface is behaving. For that I will have a 3 conditions here. Okay, the 3 condition is, the first condition I would like to have h by dx equal to 0 means what? Means h with respect to x is not changing, it's not varying, means it is a definition of uniform flow, no? Correct? Definition of uniform flow. Uniform flow means your bed slope and water surface both are parallel to each other, the first case. But this we will not study it, dH by dx equal to 0 we will not study. Why we will not study? Because we are in non-uniform flow, therefore this condition may not occur in gradually varied flow. The second condition is dH by dx is greater than 0. Greater than 0 means what? The dx by dx will be equal to positive answer if you get. Okay, when you will get a positive answer, go back to the equation. When you will get the positive answer, that is S naught should be greater than this SE. And one more thing very important, the denominator you concentrate here, you concentrate. Okay, in this one you concentrate. Fr is there, no? Here Fr is there. In yesterday I solved one problem. There in one problem they asked like is there any hydraulic jump occurs? Hydraulic jump occurs in this problem, like that they asked. For that one what we did, just remember what we did. Tell me someone, how to check the whether the hydraulic jump is occurring or not?
FR should
Not
be greater than
number more than 1.
FR is greater than 1, na? Then if we get FR is greater than 1, then I can say that there will be a hydraulic jump occurring. Now here, if it is not occurring, means that will be a gradual varied flow. Gradual varied means FR is equal to less than 1 means I can consider gradual varied flow. Means here denominator is there, no? This denominator never going to become a negative. Agree? 1 minus fr square, fr is less than 1, fr less than 1 square is again less than 1, therefore 1 minus less than 1 is positive value. Therefore denominator never going to become a negative. Confirm, fix it in your mind. Now come to the denominator. Denominator, when it becomes negative or otherwise positive, now first we are discussing about positive. Okay, when it will be a positive, then S naught is greater than SE. S naught is greater than SE means your bed slope is greater than energy slope. Now greater and smaller, how to consider it in practical? This is very important, very important. Look at here. See, I would like to ask you one general question, that is this slope and this slope, which is a greater slope? This is A and this is B. Okay, which has a greater slope? ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಜೋಗ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಗೀಗ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೀರಿಲ್ಲ ಸುತ್ತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಐತ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಿಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಐತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ಹಿಂಗೈತಂತ ಅರ್ಥಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಕತ್ತದ, ಬಿದ್ದು ಬಿಡ್ದ ನಾವು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಐತಿ, ಇದು ಮೈಲ್ಡ್ ಐತಿ, ಇದು ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅದ. ದೆನ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ ದ ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಬಿಗ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಎ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಬಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್, this is a flat, this is a slope. Slope increased, not increased. ಹೌದಾ? That you need to understand. ತಿಳಿತಾ? ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್? ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಯಾವುದು ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಯಾವುದು ಸಣ್ಣದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? Now we will go here. I will draw that one. S naught is greater than SE. S naught is greater than SE. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೆಡ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪು ಹಿಂಗದ, ಬೆಡ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪು ಹಿಂಗದ. ಇದೇನದ? ಇದು ಹಿಂಗದ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಭಾಳ ಮೈಲ್ಡ್ ಅದ. ಇದು SE ಏನದ? ಮೈಲ್ಡ್ ಅದ. ಹೌದಾ? ಹೆಂಗಾಗತ್ತಿತ್ತು? ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ that if H is increasing, H1 and H2 if you compare, H is increasing as you go ahead. ಹೌದಾ? ಇದನ್ನು ಹಿಂಗೂ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇದನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅನ್ನೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಅಗ್ರಿ? ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್. ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಅಗ್ರಿ 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 ಅನ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ increasing order ಒಳಗೈತಾ? means what? dH by dx is greater than 0 or positive value means S not equal to is greater than SC. It means that the slope is increasing. Where you will get such examples? Where you will get such examples? The live example I am going to give you. Live example, practical example is, if this is a bed, let us consider the water is flowing like this. Water is flowing like this. Okay, and at this position if I build one dam here, if I build one dam here, which dam? I will build one dam here, then this water will take like this and it will fall. Okay, now look at here, at this position and this position, you see the slope is varied, the water surface is varied and falling down, and this variation is very gradually, it is varying, not rapidly. Slowly it is varied and it is falling down. Not only here, you put here, water is flowing like this, put one hump here. When you put a hump, what happens? Water will take something, some shape like this. Then here gradually varied flow, gradually varied flow. Therefore best example for dH by dx greater than 0 is a backwater curve. Backwater curve. This is the best example and good example and only one example. That is a backwater curve is a best example for dH by dx greater than 0. Now we'll go to the third case. We'll go to the third case. Third case is dH by dx less than 0. Less than 0 means negative. Means S naught is less than SE. Means the bed is milder. Bed is milder. But this SE is a sharper. This is means your H is decreasing. H is decreasing. This way where you will observe, this is a general case. And for this a live example and live name, if you want to give the example, that is called as a drop down curve. Drop down curve anತಾರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. Water is dropping down, therefore it is called as drop down curve. Understood? We have three different cases. Means by seeing your equation, that is the dH by dx is equal to S naught minus SE divided by 1 minus FR square. By seeing this equation and having the value, you can assess or you can get an idea that water surface is increasing, decreasing or uniform. Any doubts here? No doubt? Okay, we will go ahead. We will go. And now the task is here, this one. Very important task here now is this one. Any doubts? Keltiri? Illa? Okay. The task here is, let us consider this is a ground bed and this is your dam. Okay, and water comes like this and it increases and it will fall down. Okay, means it is reaching some maximum height at one particular point, no? Maximum, this point. And this started from somewhere, no? This increase has started from somewhere. Means this length. Okay, now first what we will do, we will consider this as the h1, and this height, maximum height we are observing somewhere, na, that height I will consider it as a h2. Okay, and now this is increasing gradually, it is increasing gradually, and ಯಾರೋ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಮರ್ತುಬಿಟ್ಟೆ, ಏನು ಹೇಳಕತ್ತಿದ್ದೆ? Our task, no? Our task, okay. The task is, it is increasing and from 0.2 it is increasing. The task is, what is the length? What is the length? Okay, this length I want to determine. Why this length is required? So that I can take some precautionary actions beyond the dam. Beyond the dam, some precautionary actions I can take. Therefore, this length is required. This length is called as length of backwater curve. Backwater curve. Okay. Now, in the next slide, we will be having that one. What? Derive an expression, a fixed question for your examinations. That are this. Okay. That is your derive an expression for length of backwater curve. Backwater curve. Okay, for that what you need to do, you need to draw first diagram. This diagram you need to draw, that only I will draw once again. Let us consider the slope horizontal, and this is your dam, and water comes like this and it goes and it comes. Then this point where the increase started, h1, this point where it reached maximum. Okay, in this case you can consider it is like this. Here I will show, this is your h2. Okay, this is your h2 and this is your length. Any doubts here? No doubts, sir? Okay. But here this is a general diagram. This is a general diagram, but clearly if I draw, when water is coming from this A point to B point, there will be some energy loss also because of friction, because here the surface is there, through that surface it is rubbing and there will be a little friction will be there. Okay, and even the atmospheric pressure, that everything will come. Therefore I have to draw one more diagram for my derivation. Okay, that one more diagram is very important. Look at here, for derivation purpose I have to draw that. Now look at, this is my horizontal ground datum. This I will consider it as a datum. Now bed will be something like this. The bed will be something like this. This is your bed. Okay, nothing to worry. Dam is somewhere here, don't worry about that dam. Then water surface we will be drawing with watercolor. Okay. The water surface will be starting from here and now increase, started, increase, reaches the maximum and dropped. This is your maximum point. This is your another point. Okay. Now here I will show you the height. This is your H1 and this height I will call it as the Z1. Okay. And here I am going to consider, and this datum is drawn at particularly that height only, therefore that point only, therefore this is your H2 and Z2 is 0. Z2 is 0. In that way I considered. Okay, now the distance between these two is a length L. Okay. Now very important is, this is your S0. This is your S0. S0 is bed slope. And you should know that there is another loss here. That loss is a head loss. That line I am going to draw it in between. A small loss. Therefore, that I will call it as a SE. The angle SE. The angle I am calling it as a SE. Right? Okay. Now I will write a Bernoulli's equation or specific energy equation at section 1 and at section 2. Okay. What I will get if I write a Bernoulli's equation? Look at here. At 1 if I write a Z1 plus H1 plus V1 square by 2G is equal to Z2 plus H2 plus V2 square by 2G plus HL. This HL will come here. Why this HL came here? Because there is some loss. Okay, na? That I considered here. Now Z1 is what? Z1 only. There is no doubt in this. Okay, there is a meaning for Z1. This is a Z1 now. I will draw it one. Look at here. This is nothing but a Z1. If this is a theta, then what? How we will write? R theta is equal to Z1 arc. Arc length, like that. R theta we will write. But here instead of theta we have S0 here. Therefore, and this instead of R we have length here. Then how you can write Z1 is equal to S0 into L you can write. Right? S0 into L. That I will write here. We know that what mathematically Z1 is equal to L into S0. Okay, that I will write here. That is your L S0 plus what is H1? H1 is H1 only. H1 plus what is this V1 square by 2G? Same, V1 square by 2G. That Z2 becomes 0. No, Z2 was 0. Then what is H2? H2 is H2 only. Plus what is this one? V square by 2G as it is. Plus HL means what? Again come back. This HL is also something like that only. This HL is this one. Okay. A small height again. This is a HL. And this angle is what? SE. Then this is a L. then how you can write HL is equal to SE into L you can write. Therefore here I will write HL is L into SE. L into SE, that I will write here, L into SE. Okay, then this term I will bring it this side, then L common, S naught minus SE is equal to H2 plus V2 square divided by 2G minus H1 plus V1 square by 2G. Correct? Then what is your L is equal to? L is equal to, and now look at here, H V square by 2G, this is nothing but a specific energy. Therefore I will write it like a E2 minus E1 divided by S0 minus SE over. This is the length of backwater curve. Any doubts?
Sir, explain third step.
Third step, this one or this
Yes, sir.
one? This one?
No, sir.
Below that one?
Yes.
Here nothing. This S into L into S naught is there, and here L into SE is there. This one I will bring it this side. Then what happens? L S naught minus L SE it becomes. L I will take common, S naught minus SE. Okay, this I got here. Then after that, this I will retain here only. That is not went anywhere. Okay, that is retained here only. Minus this entire bracket I will shift it this side. Then I got this one. Then after that, this is what? Energy, specific energy means what? Specific energy is H plus V square by 2G, no? This we derived in the previous classes. This is the specific energy. Therefore, this is for the second section, specific energy at 2, therefore E2. This is for first section, therefore E1. E2 minus E1 divided by S0 by SE. That is your L. L is the length of backwater curve.